So we know how frustrating it is working with Amazon support. As a marketing company that specializes in working with Amazon stores, we kind of know what's going on between sellers and Amazon Seller Central support. We know how frustrating it is when it comes to getting things done, getting cases replied to, getting cases escalated, just getting things done in general. It's kind of sort of impossible when it comes to some cases. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about some of the frequently asked problems that we're seeing from Amazon sellers regarding Amazon Seller Central. So the first complaint that we see online here is looks like someone was mentioning that they opened up a case but they had no resolution. And you might have seen this where you have a case you open within a department of Amazon Seller Central, but unfortunately the case either closes or they wait 1 or 2 days and then they close their case with no resolution. The reason why this happens is because Amazon has dozens of departments, and at the end of the day, if you submit a case, it might go to the wrong department. So you want to be on top of your case because you don't know where it'll be going to start off with. Usually Amazon has tiers. Think of it as a few tiers, and when you first open up a case, you're going to start with the bottom tier and you're going to work your way up to escalate your issue. That's why sometimes on the bottom tier, they might close your case maybe within a day, or if you don't answer within a day or two. So it's good to be on top of it. Make sure that when you open up a case, you clearly mention what department of Amazon you're looking to escalate your issue. For example, if you have a problem with your listing, a content on the listing is not correct, that's a catalog team. If you have issues with merchandise that's at Amazon, you can talk to the FBA team, the Fulfilled by Amazon department. So there's different departments, there's dozens, and we can provide them to you in the description of this video. Please don't just think those are the only departments. There are probably dozens and dozens of departments, but we'll list some of the top departments of Amazon that you can open up cases for that we usually see for sellers. We've experienced sellers with their listings on Amazon that automatically, out of nowhere, Amazon took their listings down. And without any notice whatsoever, their listings disappeared overnight. So when a seller opens up their email, they see an email from Amazon stating that their listing has been revoked, it's suppressed, it's no longer for sale on Amazon. And the reason why Amazon does this is because they take the customer side very seriously. So if there's a complaint about a product, they can suppress your listing right away without any notice. Now, a lot of sellers are privileged enough to receive a notice stating that they have a high complaint rate. But don't be surprised if Amazon just takes down your listing and provides you the notice afterwards. And it could take days, weeks, or even months that I've seen sellers try to bring back their listing. We've even had it in cases where sellers were not able to bring back their listing until they got in touch with someone like ourselves that specializes and knows the departments of Amazon to help escalate their issue. So in this point, we need to be aware that if you work with Amazon, don't be surprised if your listing just ends up being suppressed, means AKA deleted overnight, because Amazon has that capability of suppressing your listing just because they did receive a complaint from someone who had a negative experience with your product. And they're not afraid to take down your listing. So we want to let sellers know, if you're going to be selling on Amazon, or if you are a seller, you might have already known that ASINs can be taken down for reasons given to you afterwards. So please be aware. I'm going to be answering someone's complaint that they have towards Amazon Seller Central, and I'm going to be reading word for word what they mentioned on the computer here. We have a seller who says that they just take down your listing. No acknowledgement, no notice, not even a freaking email. Just one day you'll log into your Seller Central and realize it's been taken down. And you're about to be in it for a fight. Well, again, this goes back to what I was mentioning. Amazon takes the side of the buyers very seriously. Now, if a buyer calls in, takes the time to go through the customer service, goes through departments on the customer B2C side, they're going to note that and put that complaint against you in the Voice of Customer tab under your account health. And if these add up, of course, they can take down your listing for that reason. And the thing that we don't like is you might not even know that the Voice of Customer tab is there. To find your Voice of Customer tab, go under your account health, drop down, and it should be one of the last items on that menu. We can show it on the screen. You'll see that what's been written by the customer support at Amazon.com when they receive the complaint from the buyer. You'll actually see the word for word that they typed in. Now, as a seller, I recommend going into that tab in your account and responding to those buyers or editing the listing as Amazon gives you the option to. If you're responding to an issue that a buyer had, you can open up a claim through Seller Central and let Amazon know what your defense is to that complaint. Now, if someone's complaining about something being defective, we've seen it where it was defective when it arrived. But when it was shipped to Amazon FBA, it was not defective. So what does this mean? It means when Amazon received the product, it was okay. But when Amazon shipped the product, it arrived damaged/defective. So who's responsible for that? Well, it sounds like Amazon because they shipped it, they handled it, they're responsible for it. So we want sellers to know that you do have a defense. Just because they took down your listing, just because there's people complaining, doesn't mean you don't have a defense. And there's two sides to every story. And yes, Amazon does make mistakes, so don't let it get to you. If a product arrives defective, it could have 100 meanings. It could mean it arrived damaged. It could mean it was broken when they opened it because Amazon didn't package it properly, because they used cheap envelopes to mail really sensitive, fragile products. I've seen it. So there's two sides to every story. Don't let it get to you. We recommend making sure you're on top of the Voice of Customer tab under your account health settings, which tells you exactly what people are complaining about. And if you need to bring it to Amazon's attention or you need to respond to the customer, it's always a great point to start off with to help you not get into the situation we had here where the seller is telling us that they just logged into their email one morning and their listing was gone. Amazon just decided to take it off. So we don't want that to happen to you. Opening up an account. Well, if you're already selling on Amazon, you can skip this section. But for those who want to sell on Amazon, be prepared because Amazon does have some barriers they put in place to make sure that you're a good fit for their platform. Now, Amazon's a catalog, and what that means is they're asking you, the seller, to either list products that's on their catalog or to have UPCs that are non-existent to be added to the catalog. To accomplish this, of course, if you're listing a product that's already on Amazon, you need to have proof. And that proof includes either invoices from the manufacturer, your distributor, or you need to have permission to sell that product. Because some listings do claim trademark and all those sorts of legal things that can cause issues for you to even start listing the product. So if you're going to be listing a product that's on Amazon, make sure that you have the proof, because they're not just going to let anyone sell on Amazon. They're going to ask for invoices from your distributor, so please be prepared to provide those. There's something called the category approval. you as a seller with a new account need to be approved to sell on that category, whether it's, let's say, consumables or electronics or so on. These categories have approvals. So Amazon will ask you to provide proof that you are indeed selling or have those products in your possession to make sure that you are eligible to sell them, because they don't want anyone just listing something. For those who want to sell something on Amazon but it does not exist on Amazon, be prepared to have a few things other than your invoices. Be prepared to have the UPCs that go along with your product that Amazon is able to scan, whether you're sending it to FBA or if you're just shipping it yourself. There are a few barriers that you want to look into, and we'll provide the links in the description of this video so that new sellers, if you're going to be selling on Amazon, can kind of know what to expect. Everything in this video is prepped to help and educate what to expect from Seller Central, and we always look forward to hearing what other business owners selling on Amazon have to say, so feel free to comment below. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to see videos just like this, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.